Which of the following is the basic unit of life? Correct answer cell. Next question, which of this is not a type of the connective tissue? Correct answer muscles. Next question, what is the main functions of ribosome? Correct answer protein synthesis. Next question, which structure is responsible for producing energy in a cell? Correct answer mitochondria. Next question, which of the following is a characteristic of epithelial tissue? Correct answer, its cover body surface and line body cavities. Next question, which of the following is a type of muscles tissue? Correct answer smooth muscles. Next question, what type of connective tissue connect muscles bone? Correct answer tendons. Next question, which part of the cells contain genetic materials? Correct answer nucleus. Next question, which of the following is true about pancreatic cells? Correct answer, they lack membrane bound organella. Next question, the cell's membrane is composed of which of the following? Correct answer, phosphate and protein. Next question, what is the main functions of the Golgi apparatus? Correct answer, modifying and packaging protein. Next question, which type of tissues is responsible for transmitting electrical impulses? Correct answer, nervous tissue. Next question, what type of cells are responsible for producing antibodies? Correct answer, white blood cells. Next question, what is the main component of the cytoskeleton? Correct answer, all of the above. Next question, which of the following is a function of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum? Correct answer, lipid metabolism and detoxification. Next question, which type of connective tissue store fat? Correct answer, adipose tissue. Next question, what is the function of lysosome? Correct answer, digestion of macromolecules. Next question, what is the function of the nucleus? Correct answer, synthesis of ribosomal RNA. Next question, which of the following is characteristic of skeletal muscles? Correct answer, it has strengthened. Next question, which tissue type is found in the skin and sever as a barrier? Correct answer, epithelial tissue. Next question, what type of connective tissue provides support and flexibility to joint? Correct answer, cartilage. Next question, which organella is known as the powerhouse of the cell? Correct answer, mitochondria. Next question, which of the following is the primary function of the red blood cell? Correct answer, oxygen transport. Next question, what is the function of the rough endoplasmic reticulum? Correct answer, protein synthesis. Next question, which of these is a component of the plasma membrane? Correct answer, phospholipids. Next question, which type of the epithelial tissues line the air sac of the lungs? Correct answer, simple sequence epitheliums. Next question, what is the function of the cell wall in the plant cells? Correct answer, protect the cell. Next question, which of the following is true of both plant and animal cells? Correct answer, both have mitochondria. Next question, which of these tissue is responsible for the movement of bone? Correct answer, muscles tissue. Next question, what is the function of microtubules in the cell? Correct answer, cell shape and transport. Next question, which of the following is a function of integumentary system? Correct answer, protection. Next question, what tissue type from tendons and ligaments? Correct answer, connective tissue. Next question, what is the main function of the vacuole in plant cells? Correct answer, storage of the water and nutrients. Next question, which part of the cells regulates the movement of substance in and out of the cell? Correct answer, plasma membrane. Next question, which of the following tissue is involved in the transmission of nerve impulse? Correct answer, nervous tissue. Next question, which cell organella is responsible for protein modification? Correct answer, Golgi apparatus. Next question, what type of epithelial tissue line the digestive tract? Correct answer, simple columnar epithelium. Next question, which of this is a characteristic of cardiac muscles? Correct answer, it has strengthened. Next question, which of these is not a function of connective tissue? Correct answer, transmitting electrical impulse. Next question, which of the following type of connective tissue is specialized to store fat? Correct answer, adipose tissue. Next question, what is the role of the centrosome in cell division? Correct answer, organize microtubules. Next question, what is the main function of the chloroplast? Correct answer, photosynthesis. Next question, what is the function of the cilia in cells? Correct answer, movement on materials across the cell surface. Next question, which of the following is true about plant cells but not animal cells? Correct answer, they have a cell wall. Next question, what is the primary function of the cell membranes? Correct answer, control entry and exit of the substance. Next question, which tissue type is responsible for the secretion of hormone? Correct answer, epithelial tissue. Next question, which of these structure is responsible for protein synthesis? Correct answer, ribosome. Next question, what is the primary function of the white blood cells? Correct answer, immune defense. Next question, what is the functions of the mitochondria in the cells? Correct answer, energy production. Next question, which tissue type is responsible for the movement of food in the digestive tract? Correct answer, muscle tissue. Next question, what is the primary functions of the rough endoplasmic reticulum? Correct answer, protein synthesis. Next question, what type of connective tissue provides the body structure framework? Correct answer, bone. Next question, what is the main functions of the mitochondria in a cell? Correct answer, energy production, ATP. Next question, which of the following is a characteristic of smooth muscles? Correct answer, found in the wall of internal organ. Next question, which of the following is found in both plant and animal cells? Correct answer, mitochondria. Next question, which of the following tissue has cells with a lacunae? Correct answer, cartilage. Next question, what type of connective tissue form the framework of the liver, spleen and lymph nodes? Correct answer, reticulum connective tissue. Next question, what is the primary role of the lysosome? Correct answer, digesting and breaking down cellular waste. Next question, what is the main function of the plasma membrane? Correct answer, regulate materials entry and exit. Next question, which of the following type of tissue is involved in protection and absorption? Correct answer, epithelial tissue. Next question, which of the following is a characteristic of cardiac muscles tissue? Correct answer, found in the wall of heart. Next question, which structure in plant cells capture light for photosynthesis? Correct answer, chloroplast. Next question, what is the primary function of the Golgi apparatus? Correct answer, packaging and distribution of protein. Next question, which type of connective tissue provide cushioning and support in joints? Correct answer, cartilage. Next question, which organelle is responsible for storing and protecting the cell's DNA? Correct answer, nucleus. Next question, which of these structure is found in plant cells but not in animal cells? Correct answer, chloroplast. Next question, which part of the cells is responsible for protein synthesis? Correct answer, ribosome. Next question, which tissue type is responsible for transmitting electrical signal throughout the body? Correct answer, nervous tissue. Next question, which structure within the cell is responsible for sorting and packaging protein? Correct answer, Golgi apparatus. Next question, which type of tissue is specialized for contraction and movement? Correct answer, muscles tissue. Next question, what is the function of the central vacuole in plant cells? Correct answer, storage of water and nutrients. Next question, what is the characteristic feature of stratified sequence epithelium? Correct answer, multiple layers of blood cells. Next question, which of the following cells is responsible for bone formation? Correct answer, osteoblast. Next question, which part of the cells is the site of lipid synthesis? Correct answer, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next question, what type of muscle tissue is involuntary and lacks tension? Correct answer, smooth muscles. Next question, which type of tissue store energy in the form of fat? Correct answer, adipose tissue. Next question, which of the following is true about the plasma membrane? Correct answer, it is composed of a double layer of phospholipids. Next question, which of these is a function of the epithelium's tissue? Correct answer, secretion and absorption. Next question, which of the following is the characteristic feature of muscle tissue? Correct answer, ability to contract and generate force. Next question, what type of connective tissue is found in the wall of arteries and veins? Correct answer, elastic connective tissue. Next question, what is the main function of the centrioles during cells division? Correct answer, formation of the meiotic spindle. Next question, what is the function of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum? Correct answer, lipid synthesis. Next question, what type of connective tissue connect bonds to other bonds? Correct answer, ligaments. Next question, which organelle is responsible for producing ribosomal RNA? Correct answer, nucleus. Next question, what is the function of white blood cells? Correct answer, immune response. Next question, what type of connective tissue form the framework for organ like the liver and spleen? Correct answer, reticular connective tissue. Next question, what is the function of the microvilli in epithelial cells? Correct answer, absorption of nutrients. Next question, which type of muscle tissue is characteristic by tension and is found in the heart? Correct answer, cardiac muscles. Next question, what is the primary functions of the ribosome? Correct answer, protein synthesis. Next question, which type of cells junction prevent the leakage of materials between cells? Correct answer, tight junction. Next question, which tissue type is responsible for insulating the body? Correct answer, adipose tissue. Next question, what is the primary function of the flagella? Correct answer, cell movement. Next question, what type of connective tissues form the skeleton of the body? Correct answer, bone. Next question, which type of epithelial tissue is specialized for absorption in the intestine? Correct answer, simple columnar epithelium. Next question, which organelle is involved in the synthesis of lipids and detoxification of drugs? Correct answer, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next question, which structure in the cell is responsible for storing water in the plant cells? Correct answer, central vacuole. Next question, what type of tissue is involved in secreting hormone? Correct answer, endocrine epithelium tissue. Next question, which part of the cells is responsible for detoxifying hormone substance? Correct answer, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next question, what is the function of desmosome in cells? Correct answer, prevent cells from sliding past each other. Next question, which of the following type of tissue is responsible for voluntary movement? Correct answer, skeletal muscles.